Hey guys, welcome back, and I wanted to do a basically review of the closed beta of the finals. Now, if you don't know what the finals is a new game, or it's a game that's in closed beta right now for the next like 2 weeks, and it's basically like a heist game, 3v3, 3v3, v3, v3, where basically a team with the most money at the end of the game wins. Alright, if you die, the other team's going to gain money. If your whole team dies, you lose half the money that you have. So, yeah. Here's my review of this. Now, this review is going to be mostly based around things that I think could change, but just because I'm basing things that could be changed does not mean I don't believe this game isn't a good game. I've actually really enjoyed it. I loved it. I had a lot of fun playing it. Now, this game is a beta, so I'm not trying to trash this beautiful games, all right? I'm just trying to, give my opinion on what I think could be improved. I mean, they released a beta to ask opinion. If you agree, disagree, or want to add on more, please add your thoughts in the comments. I would appreciate it. If you like the content, make sure to like and subscribe. So at first, the speeds feel funny and the movement feels kind of weird. It seems like they have inertia in this game, so like your character always feels like they're floating and moving, and it just doesn't feel like it's your inputs are reacting as fast as they should. My buddy definitely did not like the inertia of this game, and he said, quote, it makes him feel weird. And I would have to agree with him. It does kind of add a weirdness to how the game physically feels itself. I would like a little update for just based upon the movement and for the graphics, because you know what, they're still in beta, but the graphics definitely seemed more like either an Xbox 360 game to a mobile game, which is, again, not diss on them. They're still in beta. I'm going to be saying that a lot here because, people in the comments will always be like, dude, it's beta. It's beta. Be like, I know. I'm just trying to give you my personal opinion on what I think they could fix. I feel like the graphics could use a little bit of an update. The game mode Heist, I actually don't know what the specific game mode is called. Basically, the only game mode you can play in this game, I just kind of describe it as Heist, it's a good idea. However, the only thing, you can win the whole game by completing the last heist. So if you don't know how the game mode works, it's like you got 6 minutes. All right, whoever has there's going to be 2 waves of heist of the first. However, it's just the fact that if you just get the final, oh yeah, I was describing how it works. So the first sets of money that you're going to pick up are worth around $7,000. All right, so you've picked those up and deposited them, good. The problem is the next wave of stuff. The next 2 vaults are going to be worth $18,000. So literally, if you die the whole game and you only get that last cash out, you win. You win. It's an instant win. You don't have to do good the entire game. All right, all you gotta do is win that last heist, and it's over. You're gonna win. So I feel like that could definitely use a decent bit of rework, because you could literally just sit there for the first 4 minutes of the game and it won't. You get that last cash out, you're still gonna win, and it's still a dub. Also, if they want to add more chaos to the game, which it seems like they wanted more of a chaosy kind of base game with heavy destruction and fast-paced mechanics, those in-game events just seemed irrelevant. They didn't truly seem to completely change how the game was played. I feel like they're supposed to be thrown in there to change stuff up. Maybe even take the lead away from whoever's winning. But it just didn't feel like that accomplished anything. They're more of a nuisance. They're more annoying than actually impactful to the game itself. Just one thing, which is, again, this is in beta, having different game modes. They only had one game mode, and the game mode, well, there's 2 game modes technically, but quick play and tournament, they're the same game. It's just a tournament in a tournament standard. So if you're in the top 2 teams, you move on. So I assume they would someday add more game modes, which would be awesome. I feel like they should somehow have a solo mode or something, because I love playing games solo most of the time. That's where I can feel like I could do the best. And when I was playing last night, I was playing with my buddies, and it was a blast. We had a 3-stack team. It was really fun. This morning I hop on to play solos, and it was just kind of, I don't know, it was kind of mid. I kind of felt bored. The communication between teammates that aren't in your party are pretty mid. I feel like they gotta re-update the pinging system / communication systems. Plus, when you have the game in, default thing for audio and communication is off. So your microphoning to your other teammates is default off, so they can't even hear you. You can't hear them. Yeah, so that's a little annoying. So next I want to go into the different classes of the characters. They're actually called contestants. So first we have the light build. The light build was my favorite build so far, mostly because of this grappling hook. This grappling hook was the only consistent mobility in the game for me, and I was coming from Apex, so I really like that. The cloaking device is invisibility. Those are, I mean, that's okay with the knife, but in general, it just seemed kind of mid to me. But in all, I did not mind the lightweight class. All right, I did not mind the lightweight class. I enjoyed it. It was the only thing I was using. Now to the medium class, and the medium class is where I'm going to have most of my my problems with. So the medium class is kind of just mid. They have some mobility, but it seems to me they were more focused on like a healer kind of build for them, which is fine, I guess. You know what? Have a healer build. That's fine. Have the healing beam. Have the defibrillator. That's okay. That's okay. But I feel like since the heavy class is just the sole guy for the destruction, and for how they were advertising this game seemed to me that was really heavily advertised for basically that the whole map could have been destroyed. You know what I mean? You're just supposed to be blowing shit up the whole time. And it kind of disappointed me that the medium class character didn't have anything to actually like basically blow stuff up. Like, you got some mines, you got some grenades, but those barely do anything. Like, the things that are going to truly, like, destroy the world around it is going to be this RPG, it's going to be the C4, it's going to be the sledgehammer. But even with the sledgehammer isn't a one-hit tap to the walls. If you want to blow a hole in a wall, you got to hit the wall 3 times with the sledgehammer. First of all, I think that should be changed. The sledgehammer should be a one-hit to a wall to break a hole in it. I mean, it's a fucking sledgehammer. I know it's not like, oh, realistic, but like, it's a fucking sledgehammer, dude. Go play Rainbow Six Siege and put a sledgehammer through a wall, and you're going right through. You know what I mean? And I just feel like for how they advertise this game for being such a destructive game, it didn't seem like destruction was even that big of a part of it. I mean, it was a part of it, but definitely not as big as I thought it was going to be. Like, in the previews, they had basically people just blowing shit up all the time. And I could say I rarely saw that. I mean, obviously, you got people throwing C4s and stuff everywhere. But what amazed me is how the light guys, they have these breaching charges. These breaching charges are more destructive to, like, physical buildings than anything that the light build has. They were definitely heavily based around a medic, which, I mean, I don't know if I agree with for the medium build. I feel like the medium build should have some destructive tendencies, and the heavy build should have, you know, great destructive tendencies. Also, the only character that physically felt right for me to play was the light character, the light builds. They were fast, they felt normal. The mediums felt bulky, slow, and just kind of like not bulky enough to be a heavy, but too slow. So, I don't know. My main problems were with this guy. The medium build, I truly believe, needs a good bit of a rework. And the heavy build, maybe just make their build in general more destructive. You know, like, fucking let them just... I mean, they did have this nice run-through ability. Where's it at? Crash and Slam. That was, like, really the main thing of how you're going to get a lot of damage to a building done without having to wait however long you had to wait for the RPG. The game mode itself... and just how it was advertised, I thought was going to be a lot more fast-paced, which it was still fast-paced, but based upon how the game modes are set, where if your whole team gets wiped and you're losing half your money, and then how long you gotta wait to respawn if you die. So was it 30-second respawn? So I die first, right? I'm gonna have to wait that 30 seconds. Say I got 1 second left, and my whole team dies again. I'm gonna have to wait a whole nother 30 seconds with the rest of my team. Like, I just don't know. I just don't really like that, because sometimes you're sitting there for a whole ass minute just waiting to respawn because your team got wiped. And yeah, it seems like I thought they were going for a more fast-paced game, but it just seems like with how the heist mode is currently set up, it rewarded slower, more strategical kind of battling and setups, which is fine. I mean, if you're going for that type of game, you can go for that type of game. But I felt like with how like cartoony this game is and how everything is fucking destructible, that it was going to be more fast-paced. But yeah. Overall, I enjoyed it. It was fun. Can't be hating too hard on a game that's still in closed beta. I just wanted to release my personal opinions on it. I enjoy the idea of the heist mode. I feel like the heist mode could still be changed. There was this nice bug that was going around on the first day where some people's bullets were not doing damages. They weren't doing damage, and they weren't getting hit markers. So that was a little annoying, but you know, it's closed. There's going to be bugs. So out of the 4 of my friends I got to play this game with, 2 of them had that hit marker bug, and the other one gets headaches from playing the game mode. So I don't know what you could change for that, but that's just what I would say. I I would just mostly encourage a faster paced game mode with even more destruction. If that were to happen, I feel like that would definitely make the game better in my eyes. I also feel like this game needs to have, you know, something fit for like solos, because this game is obviously not meant for a solo kind of crew. So yeah, that's all I got to say.